Good morning. In July of 2022, I unexpectedly embarked on what would be one of the most painful and challenging experiences of my life. It was a normal Friday afternoon until we discovered that my precious mom had suddenly and unexpectedly passed away. Over the previous year or so, she had become very dependent on me as her only living relative, her closest friend, and her entire support system. As an only child, I felt overwhelmed by the practical aspects of walking through my situation, while also shocked and grieving. It was this church family who showed up for me in ways I couldn't have thought to ask for. Wonderful people who cared for my mom and for me, and some who didn't even know me that well, were by my side daily in multiple capacities to help me through the first few weeks of figuring out what I needed to do. That experience had a profound impact on me. A few months later, a short paragraph in our church newsletter read, "A church community is much more than Sunday morning worship, participating in groups and joining in community initiatives. It's also about caring for each other and for those who come into our congregation. If you love connecting with people by phone, cards, visits, or occasionally preparing meals for short-term emergencies, this may be just for you. Numerous people making small contributions add up to tremendous impact." I immediately felt called to participate in paying forward the loving kindness that was shown to me during such a hard time. And I also knew that the healthy and whole version of my beautiful mom would also have jumped at this opportunity. And so I said, I'd love to help. I'd never heard of lay care ministry before, despite having grown up around various church settings. Lay care ministry involves non-ordained congregants or lay people providing care and support to others, focusing on listening, compassion, and spiritual support. Lay care ministry can encompass a variety of roles, including listening and companioning, which is providing a safe and supportive space for people to share their struggles or concerns, visiting congregants in their homes, hospitals, or other settings to offer support and encouragement, or calling or sending cards when a visit isn't possible, offering prayer and spiritual guidance to those in need, providing practical support in the form of meals, errands, transportation, and more. And sometimes it's connecting people with appropriate community or professional resources. Lay care ministry is important because it expands the reach of pastoral care, allowing churches to provide care to a wider range of people within their congregations. It empowers lay people like me to use their gifts and talents to serve others and build up the church community. And it fosters a culture of care and compassion within the church, where everyone feels valued and supported. Over the last 2.5 years, lay care ministry volunteers in our church have been blessed to walk alongside others who are in the midst of deep loss. We've made numerous visits to people to provide companionship or relief for other caregivers. We've prepared and delivered meals. We've sent countless cards, made phone calls and text messages of encouragement. We've provided transportation to medical appointments and schools, and more. I want to share with you what some of our volunteers had to say about the personal impact of caring for others in this way. Lay care allows conversation, connection, and community. It builds a foundation for our church and is an expression of our faith. For me, it's a small bit of ministry that I'm able to do. I can't get up and deliver an amazing sermon, but I can help fill in the cracks where needed. As a newer member, when I joined Lay Care, it helped me forge relationships with members I'd yet to meet. A while ago, you asked if we could send encouragement cards to an older church member. I'd never met her, but I sent a card over. Months later, she came to church and found me after the service. She mentioned how she received many cards, and she thanked me for sending one. She said all of the cards helped her feel supported and cared for, even though she hadn't been able to attend in a long time. It reminded me how this church continuously provides love and support without question. Plain and simple, helping others just feels good. By doing this, our faith community is both strengthened and blessed. It's a win-win. Lay care allows conversation, Connection, oh, I already said that one, sorry. Lake Care is a gift you can give by sending a card, delivering a meal, or making a phone call. You receive a lovely sense of connection and community in return. And finally, congregational support is empowering and encouraging for both the person helping and the one receiving. For me, it is a small way to live according to the Word of God and be support where others need it. To those of you who've participated in Lake Care ministry with me over the past few years, I want to thank you so much for taking the time and effort to minister to our church family in this way. As I shared, I know firsthand the impact that it makes. If any of you listening today are interested in participating in our Lake Care ministry, please see me after the service or reach out to me at any time. Julia or Marilyn can also pass along your interest to me. Also, check out the upcoming e-news bulletin for more information on how to get involved. Over the next several weeks, I'll be putting together an updated roster of volunteers and hope to see some new names on it. I'll leave you with a quote from the Book of Common Prayer, which says that it is the vital ministry of all lay persons to represent Christ and his church, to bear witness to him wherever they may be, and according to the gifts given them, to carry on Christ's work of reconciliation in the world. Thank you.